What's going on, family? How's it going? This is Manuel Godoy from Black Sands. What's up? I feel amazing today. We just started our investment round, and by God, we are rolling right now. Can you talk about that for a moment? This mess is crazy. Let me see if I can pull this up. We are doing some numbers right now. Let me see. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, we're doing good right now. Shoot, I'm excited. So how you guys doing today? You guys feeling great? I hope you are, because we're moving them chains. If you're a patron or you're a previous investor, I know you happy because 164, you already claimed your slice of the pie. And I'm sure a lot more will once they get off work. You know, we're moving very, very quickly, and I am proud of all the support that I've been getting from you guys. It's just amazing to me. I'm shocked at the amount of support that we're getting so fast. It's only been 2 hours, and we're at $133,000 raised. Think about it for a moment. The most popular comic book companies out there in the Black community right now on Kickstarter. They're doing Kickstarters and stuff like that, and it takes them a month. It takes them a month to do $20,000, and we're talking about the most popular ones. And yet we raise $133,000 in 2 hours. 2 hours. That's power. That's power right there. And that's the kind of thing that allows us to grow, that allows us to sign people like you so you can write your stories and have published works at our company. That allows us to make all these cool features and movies and pilots. And it's just the works, man. Our app is about to come out in February. We are wilding out right now. And my investors couldn't be happier. Why? Because the investors from the previous round who invested in February, their stock price doubled. Those people who invested, if you invested in February and you invested, let's say $5,000 right now, right? You invested $5,000 in February. You now have about $10,000 in stock. Think about that. Your price doubled. The price doubled. So anybody who bought back then, they saw dramatic increases in their value of their stock right off the bat. And that is something that I feel is amazing for everyone, right? Everybody should be benefiting off of this. And that's what we're doing. So we need to talk about what the rules are. The first thing is, I've been telling people for months, I was going to tier the invites, right? I was going to do an invite, and then I was going to freaking tier it off and say, okay, the first tier goes right away and gets like 3 days of exclusivity. The second tier goes next, and final tier is the general public, right? So right now, the only people that can invest, the only people who have the link are previous investors, investors that got dropped last time because they oversubscribed. So they got dropped from the campaign. They lost their chance to invest. This time, I'm giving them the opportunity to go first. And also our paying subscribers on Patreon. So our paying subscribers on Patreon, they've been investing like crazy all day. They're going hard right now trying to get that stock as much as possible. And I have no clue what the stock is going to look like on Monday. But as of right now, we've already done about $133,000 in investments, right? And it's only been 2 hours since we released the actual campaign. So you can imagine, I don't know what's going to happen, but you can imagine that things are going to get kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm happy. I'm excited. I would love for my biggest supporters, the people who have been with me for years, the people who help me keep my company going, to be the people who own a piece of my company now that it is successful. Now that the company actually has a lot of sales. Now that the company is growing astronomically, this is when I want my people to own the company. I could have gone to a couple of angel investors outside of our community and tried to get them to come in, but I just don't feel like they deserve the opportunity to buy large portions of my company when they weren't there to build it. You know what I mean? But that also means that you guys got to take action. And from what I've been seeing in February and this investment round, you guys have been taking action. I don't need to guilt trip you on taking action. You guys are soldiers. I've seen so much hardcore pushing by you guys to make this happen, and you guys didn't disappoint. You doing it quick. Ain't nobody even coming close to the power that our community has right now making this stuff happen. Ain't nobody even close to what we're doing. And that's the reason why, is because we have people who matter. We have people who actually go out there and do the grind. They do the work. They go and do these competitions. You know what I mean? People submitted for the freaking pitch competition on Patreon. I got like 140 submissions for a Patreon competition in order to be a published offer in our company. That's incredible. That's a lot of people with ambitions to become comic book writers one day. And I'm going to give at least 3 of them a publishing deal. That's pretty freaking dope. And this is the kind of thing that we do, right? Everybody else is always scared to do anything risky. I don't want to risk anything. Oh, I don't want to risk anything. I don't want to talk about politics. I don't want to lead black people. I want to make it just nice enough so that white people will buy my stuff as well. I'm not saying that white people can't buy my stuff. I'm just simply saying I am preaching to the choir. I am going right to the heart of my customer. And I am saying, you, black mother, black father, you are my core customer. And if I have to insult anyone in order to get you to be my customer and to believe in me, then damn it, that's what I'm going to do, because I know my customers and I trust my customers. And now we're seeing the results. Let's go and see it. Let's go and see these numbers. Let's go and see these numbers real quick. All right, so that's where we're at right now. Let me refresh this. I don't know, maybe the numbers changed. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. We're going to refresh this. Oh, well, it went up. It went up 3,000 since I started opening my mouth. So I started yapping over here, and it went up by 3,000. You understand what I'm saying? It's like we haven't been live for no longer than what fucking, I mean, what, like 10, like maybe 5 minutes, right? And 3,000 more dollars came into the campaign. This is how it goes. This is how it goes. It just happens this way, right? And the Patreons, they're getting as much as they can, right? And they deserve it. They deserve it. And they deserve it so much. They're getting as much as they can. And then on Monday, we're going to open it up to our customers. So these are the people who bought from us in the past, right? Monday, I'm going to open it up to everybody who's ever bought anything from me. I have all you on my email list. It's like freaking 19,000 people. And I'm going to go and send it to you guys. And that should close the campaign. I almost guarantee this campaign ain't going to make it to the public, because I think personally, I think the patrons are going to take at least half of the investment round by themselves. I believe that the patrons and the previous investors will take at least half of the investment round before anybody else touches it. And then the customers will take the rest. I really believe that. Maybe I'm wrong, but I really believe that. Right now, if you go to wefunder.com, you can't find our campaign because it's private. That means nobody who doesn't specifically know our brand directly can even invest. They can't see it. They can't find it. It's hidden from them. And that's great, because at least it gives us all the power to buy as much as we can before I do open it up to the public, right? My last campaign, I had 2 weeks of exclusivity with my community before I finally opened it up. So at the end, right, the last 100, 150,000, other people had the opportunity to invest as well, right? But this time around, I don't think y'all playing anymore. I don't think you guys are playing at all. I think you guys ain't going to leave anybody nothing. And you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I don't care. I don't care if you go and take this entire investment round and give nobody else an opportunity. I really don't. Because the only thing I care about is my people who have been supporting my company for all these years, who are monthly subscribers, as if we're Netflix or something, to monthly subscribe to us. Those people, if they took everything and didn't leave anything to anyone else, they deserve it. I'm not getting in their way. They deserve it. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm just proud of you guys. So proud. I'm ready to take some questions. So if you guys have any questions, and we will check back on this campaign in like maybe 10 minutes or so, but I'm going to take some questions right now. Okay. So let's go. Let me see. Anybody have any questions? Please leave them on the right side. Just let you know a couple of the basics of this round. The minimum investment is $250. The price per stock is $1.96. The pre-money valuation is $9.8 million. And our sales has increased by 300% this year. And you know, we're at $380,000 in sales so far this year. So that's the basics. All right, so when episode 4 coming? Episode 4 is basically done. We just got to put a couple more voice lines in there, and then we're going to start releasing them. So we already did almost everything for episode 4, but you know, some voice lines take longer than others, right? But we're almost done with that. It's going to come out on YouTube pretty soon. Let's see. How can my wife and I get involved to invest? Well, you can wait for the public, which I would definitely not do, right? You can wait for that. If you ever bought from us before books, you're on our email list. So just look for the emails that come from Black Sands, and you should be able to get an email on Monday with an invite to the campaign. If you don't want to take any risk at all, and you just want to invest like today, like right now, join our Patreon. The link is in our Patreon, right? So just freaking join it. Be a subscriber. What you got to lose? We actually got a lot of stuff in there that you get on day one anyway. So you get like 14 comic books the second you sign up, right? And you can sign up for like $5. So you can literally pay $5 for 14 freaking comic books, right? He said, and be able to invest immediately. So, you know, it's your call how you want to handle it. But that's the easiest way to not get screwed over, right? Because who knows what's going to happen. People are still working right now. So I'm sure there's a lot of people who are about to, when they get off work, they're going to be like, all right, I'm buying my stock. You know what I mean? So we'll see. Let's see what else. Where do I go to support? I just answered that. I'm not going to leave the link anywhere besides Patreon and WeFunder for the investors. Because they have exclusivity. They have 3 days to basically get as much as they can. And then on Monday, I open it up to the rest of not to the rest of the world, but to the customers. And then probably Wednesday, I'll open it up to the rest of the world. Right. So that's how we're going to do that. Let's see. There you go, Edwin. Get them shares. How many shares you bought, man? How many shares you bought? As a matter of fact, anybody who's already invested and is here right now just chilling, put up how much you put in. Put it up over here. Say how much you actually invested in our company. That way I'll be able to see it, and I'll be like, oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I can give you a shout out saying that's how much you own now. So go ahead and put that up. Yeah, so Karia, you need to buy your stock. Right now, our round is open on Patreon. It has the link on there. So there's plenty of links on there where it tells you exactly where to go to invest. And you can buy as much stock as you want. You could buy, the minimum is $250, or you can go for thousands of dollars. One of my investors this weekend, I mean, just earlier today, one of my investors who's an accredited investor, so he can invest however much he wants, he invested like $17,000 by himself. So, you know, that was pretty crazy. Let's see what we got here. All right, let's see. I submitted my investment, but the receipt amount was a few dollars less. Probably taxes or something. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Like if it's like a few dollars less, there's some like accounting thing where they like take like a cent or two off. I don't know how that works. But also remember, the number that we have for our stock is $1.96. So it's not a round number. It's not like $2 or something. So it doesn't divide into what you put in, you know, like perfectly. You know what I mean? So like, let's say you put in X amount, you know, it might give you some weird number of how many shares you actually bought, because it's like $1.96 or something like that. Let's see. What if you never bought anything but want to invest? Wait till Wednesday. If you wait till Wednesday, you'll get an invite, hopefully, right? Because I'll have the link to the campaign out on social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. I'll have it there for everybody to join. But that's next Wednesday. And I already raised $137,000. So, no, I'm just saying. I don't know if it'll make it till Wednesday, right? But if it does, that's when you can invest. There you go, General Bunches. He said he invested $500. He got his shares. He ain't got to worry about nothing now. And he's in it. He's in it early. This is one of the things that I hope people realize. When you're in it early, right? You have so much opportunity to grow your actual like shares. Because let's say we develop the entire season of Black Sands, right? And it comes out and it becomes one of the top 10 animes in the United States, right? Maybe in the world, right? Licensing happens from there. You get hundreds of millions of dollars in licensing and everything else. The value of the company skyrockets from a $10 million company to a $300 million company. And if you invest it at $10 million, right? Is that you're about to make some bank. You know what I'm saying? So you know, that's one of the things that I be talking about. It takes a lot of good things to happen in order to get there. But the bottom line is, if it does happen, those really early investors are going to make bank. They're going to make a lot of bank. Hey, just keep teaching. Look, don't make any mistakes, man. I just want people to get their investment in. If they do 250, I am happy. All right. I am very happy if you do 250. Don't think that you have to go and break the bank, you know, in order to invest in our company. I want people to, you know, this is the age of COVID and stuff. Some people really just had hard times trying to recover from all that crap that was going on with the regulations. So, you know, I don't care. You get your shares that you secured your stuff for your legacy, for your kids. That's good enough. You don't have to go hard. You don't have to go and break the bank. You know, do the minimum and get what you get. You know what I mean? Hey, Valencia. What's going on?
I just come back to school.
You just came back from school?
Mm-hmm.
Good job. You want to say hello to everybody? Go like this. Say hi.
Who is it?
It's all the investors. You want to see them? Nah?
Yeah.
Okay, go wave at him. You got to get over here. You got to look up like this. Go, hey. There you go. Now you can see you over the picture. All right, go upstairs to mama and make sure to close the door, okay? Go ahead.
Play Fall Guys?
Yeah, after I'm done, you can go play Fall Guys. Now go ahead, get out of here. And close the door. Go ahead. All right. Let's see. All right, so there we go. Marion Myers says straight up, she did 1,000 last time, and she's doing 1,000 this time. So what happens is, because this time is twice as expensive, what she currently owns is I think 1,500 shares. So she has about 1,500 shares. But more importantly, she invested roughly $2,000, but she has $3,000 of value in her stock because that first round doubled, right? That first round doubled. So her value of her stock is about $3,000 right now, but she invested $2,000. Sounds like a good deal to me. Yes, and this is actually something I want to go and talk to people about. So there's opportunities for people to come in as new investors because my old investors simply just get capped. They run out of like there's a cap that the SEC puts on people. They can't invest certain amount of money unless they're accredited. So unaccredited people have caps based on their income. So, you know, he said I could only put up $949 until next year. He's capped. He can't go any higher than that. He has it, but he can't go any higher than that because You know, the SEC says this is how much we can reasonably let you invest before we have to cut you off. And I think that's a provision in order to protect investors who are not really like lifelong investors, to protect them from being frauded, right? They don't want them basically putting up a house, right, in order to invest in something when they're not known for being investors and having good financial, you know, history. But that's why they have this accreditation process in the first place. And what that means is they cap everybody, right? So even though this, you know, Jay wants to invest way more than $949, he can't because the SEC said so. And it sucks, but everybody has to do it, you know? So, but make no mistake, he's gonna be there when our film gets funded, right? so he'll get that, right? Always say, just keep that bank going, because you don't know that next round, you never know. Can you ship to France? We don't ship internationally anymore, my books, physical books, but we do have digital books on Patreon. So we have digital books there. You can always check that out. But right now, we don't have that available. Let me see what else I got. I'm going to get a couple more questions, and then we're going to check on that campaign again. I want to check on it again. We've been talking for about 15 minutes, so I'm going to check on it again in a second. Let's see. Oh, here we go. So here's a question I get a lot, right? So we are not IPO, so we don't have a ticker symbol or anything. We are investing through WeFunder, WeFunder.com. It's one of the 5 major companies that allow equity crowdfunding. So it feels like Kickstarter, but it's for equity. This is for smaller startups, right? It's starting your startup company, right? And you don't want to go to angel investors, you go to your community and stuff. So that's what we have right now. And you can't find this on WeFunder yet because we haven't opened it up to the public yet. If you're a patron, you already have the link. I gave the link to everybody that's a patron, and I gave the link to everybody who invested in the last round. On Monday, I'm going to send the link to all of my customers. So all the customers who ever bought from me, I have like freaking 19,000 of them on email, and I'm going to send them an email saying, hey, now's your chance to go and get your stock. Bing, bam, boom. On Wednesday, I'm going to go and open it up to everybody. That means it doesn't matter if you supported me or not in the past, just found out about us, whatever. On Wednesday, I'm opening up to everybody. But that's assuming that there's anything left by Wednesday. I don't know. Let's go and check on that campaign real quick and see how it's doing now. Let's see. Let's go right here. Let's refresh the page. Let's see if it changed. Oh, well, it went up by $11,000 in the last 15 minutes. So in the last 15 minutes, our investment has gone up by $11,000 in 15 minutes. You know, that's what I'm trying to tell you guys, man. I don't know if it's going to survive. I really don't. Let me see. Okay, this is a good question about Black Sands, right? So, yeah, this is a question about Black Sands specifically, the first pilot. Well, we already finished the Cosmic Girls stuff. So Cosmic Girls is being shipped around right now. We're actually going to show that to Nickelodeon and other companies. So that's cool. We have an amazing deck. In fact, let me go and show you. Let me see if we can. Oh, well, I don't got the link to it yet. But in about a week or so, we're going to show you our website for Black Sands Studios, where you're going to see all of the stuff from everything we've made so far this year, and it's freaking amazing. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to get your opportunity to really check out everything that Cosmic Girls has done so far. And then we also have Black Sands. Black Sands is being worked on currently. We got a lot of really strong talent in there, knocking that out. But at the same time, because of the age of COVID, basically every single regular movie, like live action films, have been stopped. They can't make these films because of regulations. So what they've all done, all the investors in Hollywood have gone heavily investing into animation, which means that all the people that normally would be able to work with you are freaking swamped with work, right? The people who are the professionals, right? Because we don't want non-professionals. So the professionals, they all basically are hired up like crazy by all these studios because that's the only thing people can invest in right now. There are no films to pay to put money into. You can't do regular live action. You have to do animation. So it slowed down our progress a lot because we have to wait for people to be available in order to get these parts of the animation done. You know what I mean? So it's a little brutal, but no matter what, we're still going to get it done, right? It's just going to take longer than we anticipated because everybody's gobbling up talent left and right, and they have a lot more money than us, right? So we have to be very patient, right? We got to fit into people's schedules. Thanks for the question. Let's see. Karia, you can do whatever you like. If you don't want to be a patron in our community, that's perfectly fine. It's not required. It's not mandated. An early invite into our investment round was a perk of the tier. The tier is for comic books. It's for opportunities to be published with our company through our competitions. It's for voice acting opportunities, and it's for training to go into the publishing world. So if that doesn't fit you, if that's not what you, if that doesn't fit what you want to do, right, then by all means, you don't have to be a patron. Patron is definitely not an investment. There are products being delivered to people every single month. So, it's not an investment, that's for sure. It's a subscription. So thanks a lot for being our supporter, buying the shares, being a part of our company now. And if you'd like to stay a patron, we always like to have you there. That's why we get down. We have a lot of cool stuff going on in Patreon, right? But like I said, absolutely not. No requirement to be a patron forever, right? We love people to be patrons forever, but there's no requirement, and ain't nobody gonna feel no kind of way. We respect everything you've done for us so far. Thank you. Let's see. What else? Kevin Germany. Calm down, buddy. Yeah. Look, I already yeah. We don't have a ticker symbol. I explained that. Let's see. Can we download MP4s? I'm assuming this is for the animations. No, we don't have MP4s, or we don't have any digital stuff for the animation. So no, we don't have those right now. I just don't like digitals, right? So it's more of a personal taste. Should we invest via Patreon or WeFunder? Patreon is not an investment portal. It is our subscription thing. It is for people who want to support our company monthly with like donations or whatever, right? But Patreons also get the benefit of being exclusively capable of investing in our company for the first 3 days of the campaign. So right now, they're the only people who can invest. Nobody else can invest right now. That's their perk. That's their extra advantage to being a subscriber. You understand? So if you want to wait, right? If you want to wait, you should. And when it comes around, you can invest like on Wednesday or something. But if you don't want to wait, join our community, because that's where it's at. That's where the link is at, right? And we won't be sharing our link until the proper time for every specific tier, right? Give the benefits to the people who support you the most. What is our Patreon link? I am putting it in the comment section right now. Patreon.com/BlackSands. Patreon.com/BlackSands. And you should be able to see that coming up right about now. Yeah, so it's right there. It's in the comment section. If you need it, it's right there. It's pretty simple. Patreon.com/BlackSands, or just look up BlackSands on Patreon and you'll find us. Let's see. Manuel, and this is the question she actually was asking because she was asking some questions about wire transfers. So I understand where this one's coming from. So I already have a good understanding of this. So let's read it out loud. Manuel, are investments counted in the order that they are submitted, or are wire transfers counted first, then ACH payments submitted only if the goal isn't reached? The answer is funds are counted the second they come in. You understand? Not the second they come in, the second the pledge is made. Because ACH takes a while, right? I've seen people in the last campaign, I've seen people take like 2 or 3 weeks for the ACH stuff to go through, right? So it took like 2 or 3 weeks before it went through, but their investment still counted at the time that they invested, right? Because then we had early bird perks. So people still had their early bird perks, even though their money only hit like maybe 3 weeks after the campaign began, and we were way past the early bird. So it happens in the order from which it has been pledged, right? And they'll drop you if nothing's in there. They'll drop you. Like let's say you didn't do anything for 5 days, they'll drop you. But if you submitted an ACH, it might take a long time to process, but they know you've already submitted it. So they don't drop anybody. They hold it there for a while until it goes through. That's the last time. That was what happened in the last investment round. That's when it happened here. Now, if somebody subscribes to our investment after the maximum goal has been hit, it doesn't matter what happens. They're going to get refunded because they already passed the goal, and only if people dropped a lot, they won't get put back into the eligible pool. The only reason why they allow oversubscribers is because the SEC says you can't close a campaign immediately. So when I hit my goal of 535,000, when I hit that, the campaign is going to be open for at least another 6 days. And it's going to be, I might have $700,000 invested by that time. But I guarantee you, 150,000 of that, people who invested at that level, they're all going to get refunded eventually. It might take a month, though. It might take a month and a half because they're holding on to it until they've collected all the money. And if they haven't collected the money because someone dropped or someone had a check bounce or something like that, then what happens is they go and pull the next group. Next group goes down. Next group goes down until eventually they've collected $535,000 guaranteed. They collected it all, and then they refund everybody else. All right, so that's how it works, and I hope that helped significantly. Junior, that's what I'm talking about. That's a lot of shares, but more importantly, because we haven't even talked about this, Junior, do you got kids? Do you got kids and a wife? Tell me something, because the $5,000 tier, that's the only perk I have in my entire campaign. And the $5,000, when you put 5,000 down, you get VIP tickets for your entire family. So that's the wife and however many kids you got. I give y'all VIP tickets to our conventions for life. So we're going to be doing conventions probably in 2021. The first one's going to be at the Schomburg Center in Harlem. And my investors who have tickets because of my VIP tickets and stuff like that, y'all gonna be able to come down for free. You don't gotta worry about nothing. I'm gonna get catering and everything. We just gonna have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we can, if this COVID crap ever ends, right? But we gonna have a good time. And $5,000 qualifies you for that VIP package. So congratulations, my bro. Can I invest again like now? I have no clue. If you have an SEC, so what happens is this. The SEC regulates how much money you can invest. So if you invest $5,000, they're not going to say you can invest again, but you can adjust your investment. So let's say you wanted to go 10,000, you just adjust it. You just straight up adjust your thing, and it'll adjust. You know, so you can adjust your stuff, but you can only invest once because you're a person and you have to like file with the SEC, and you gotta give them all that information, right? So you just gotta do it that way. Let's see. They're removing every single video you put out. Yeah, I do get censored a lot sometimes. I don't understand why they do it. They kind of trolls, but it's whatever. Let's see. He said, I'm a monthly supporter. How can I invest more for this round? Did you check your the link on Patreon? If you're a monthly supporter, that means you're definitely in our Patreon right now. I left the link over there, and I sent an email directly to patrons. So if you got it, you should have a link to the campaign to buy shares and stock, whatever you want, right? So you know that's the best way to do it. I don't know if you got that link yet, but definitely check your emails for Patreon emails. All right, and or just log on to Patreon right now, right, and check what we got there, because you can get in right now. If you're one of our monthly subscribers already, you can get in right now, no problem. So go ahead and get that done. Let's see. Okay, here you go. Here's a good question. And this is a question that, matters to the investment. So we're actually at we're close to having a beta out. So we're very close to having a beta of the app out, right? And that's going to be a private event, right? Where we're going to have people test the interface, the user interface, how it works and everything else. And our website should be up very soon, where we can start getting people to sign up and put their comic books on our platform and everything else. But I'm releasing it in February. So that's my hard release time. Release it in February during Black History Month, get 100,000 subscribers. Who knows? We might, right? But I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to try to do a February release and get 100,000 subscribers during Black History Month. No cost at all. Anyone can get on there and use it for free, right? We have a gotcha system, so it's free to play. If you want to make it easier and get a lot more comics faster, you pay, but that's your choice, right? Give everybody the opportunity to do everything without any barriers. So that's what's up. February. Today is the last day to submit our entries to the contest. Where do we submit entries? Is there an email address to send the form to? Well, for one, if you're a Patreon, you have the link to our website that has the competition. At that website, there is a submission form. All you got to do is fill it out, send it off with the information attached to it. That's it. You don't have to do no emails or anything like that. It's automatically done. That's assuming that you're a patron, because it is a patron-only competition. Thanks a lot, Stan Dem. Appreciate it. 2,200. All right, here's a good question. So when is next competition? So we're actually going to do 3 competitions next time. So this first competition was a test run. I wanted to see how it worked. I wanted to see how submissions would come to me and everything else, and how I could organize it. And I'm ready. I now understand how it works. I now understand. So probably in December, we're going to do 3 competitions. There's going to be 3 of them, different topics, right? You choose whichever topics you feel you fit the best, right? And you go for it. And at the end of the month, who knows? I might sign 10 more people to my company, and then I'll fund your comic books. I'll get you to go and write a story that sells, and we'll be all banking on some freaking bucks, because we know what we're doing, right? So December is going to be the next competitions. Yes, absolutely. She could do that. There's no problem with that at all, Kevin. It really doesn't matter. If you have the link, you can invest. Your spouse can invest under your name. Your friends can invest. You are the link, right? There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to share stuff directly to your friends or family, whoever you want. That's not a problem, because you've paved the way for them. Think of yourself, and every Patreon should think of themselves as a construction worker who's building that road for everybody else to walk on, right? We need a road first, otherwise we ain't going nowhere, right? So we need our people to build that road, right? And as we're building that, whoever you feel deserves the opportunity to ride your wave, go right ahead. I got no problem with that. I think you've done enough for everybody in your clique. You know what I mean? You know, I think everybody should have that kind of energy too. You know, just to go and share the love. You know, at the end of the day, we're pretty transparent, right? We don't, it's not like we're selling cons like, you know, I'm gonna build a whole neighborhood. Hey, I'm gonna build a whole neighborhood. I'm gonna build Black Wall Street, all that stuff. I ain't doing that crap. I'm saying I'll make comic books, and then I hit you with a comic book, right? I said, yo, I make comic books for a living, and here it is. Enjoy it. It's the #1 selling comic book in the nation. 60,000 copies sold, right? Very tangible things. Not like it's not like a what's it called? So I always tell people, you know, let your family know. You say y'all in the same boat as us. I hope we succeed, and I hope we freaking change the situation that Hollywood has that grip on us. You know, I hope we do, right? But I'm in the same boat. If we all gonna fail or we all gonna succeed, one or the other, right? And we gotta get it done. How much are shares going for, and how much do I buy? I mean, how do I buy? Well, shares are going for $1.96 each. Minimum is $250. And how do you buy? Is by going to our campaign on wefunder.com. That is given to our Patreons right now. Once they're done investing on Monday, we'll give it to our customers via email. And then on Wednesday, we're going to give it to everybody. So everybody and their mama is going to have the link on Wednesday. You know what I mean? That's the energy though. 500 people got refunded last time. 500 people got refunded. It was horrible. They were like, what happened? I thought my investment went through. And I'm like, yeah, I've already hit the max. I can't do nothing about it. You know, and so don't miss it this time, especially if you're one of those people. Don't miss it this time. That's all I'm saying. I don't want nobody missing nothing. So what is the competition all about? Well, the competition was we were doing basically a pitch competition where a lot of our patrons submitted an idea for an anti-colonial series on comics, right? So they would make a comic book series based off of a historical time period where basically Pan-African people were fighting against the European powers or colonial powers. That was the concept of the competition. And I got a lot of submissions, and I noticed some bangers in there that we're gonna sign. You know what I'm saying? And it's over today. So if you didn't start on it, or if anybody else didn't start on it, I doubt they're gonna be able to pull this off on time. Go upstairs. Go upstairs. Go upstairs. Close the door and go upstairs. Yes, go upstairs. What the heck? Let's see. Can actual historical figures be used in any of these comics? Yeah, absolutely. I would love if historical figures were in it rather than not historical figures be in there. You understand? Because the theme is so real world. You know, anti-colonial, fighting back, rebellion. So I would prefer, you know, if it was a historical character. Let's see. How does buying shares makes me money? Sell your shares in a couple of years. That's how. Best way. Investors in the first round, if they invested $1,000, right now their stock is worth $1,966 or something like that. So if they invested 1,000, they're at 1,966. If we get to our Series B, and that's when people are actually starting to trade shares, that's when people will most likely be maybe 10 times more valuable than where they were at, right? But that's assuming we make it to Series B. We might not, right? We might fail. I have no clue, right? I'm trying my damnedest to make sure we succeed, but there's no guarantees, that's for sure. Every startup's that way. But damn it, I'm gonna try. So, you know, stock price goes up, you win. I skipped your question. Where is it? Let me go and find your question. When does, are you talking about the hardcovers? The hardcovers are 3 issues. So Black Sands issue 7 is coming out, and it should be out by December. Black Sands number 7 should be out by December, right? But, and this is the cool thing that's really cool. I just basically signed a whole bunch of people to a team, a super team of creators, and we're going to speed up our production on Black Sands, the 7 Kingdoms, to the point where we're going to hit at least 6 to 12 issues a year. All right. We're going to be doing like 40 pages a month at the quality that we have right now. So we're not going to lower quality, but we're going to do about 40 pages a month. And that's an extreme burn, and it makes it a lot more expensive. But the books make so much money. The books themselves make so much money that it's worth that kind of commitment and investment to get it out at least once every 2 months, if not once every month. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're going to be doing. And we're going to be moving. We're going to be hauling ass in 2021 because Black Sands is a freaking gold mine right now. All right? Gold mine. Jay, this is the last round for a while. Yes. If you don't know about the background of what's going on with Black Sands, this is the last investment round for a very long time for the company, right? So I'm talking about the actual, like the main company that owns everything, right? Eventually, I'm going to do an investment round for the app, but it's going to be for the app only, right? People are going to be investing specifically in the app company. I'm going to do investment rounds for Black Sands, the show, in order to fund the show. But that's the show only. That's not a part of the enterprise of Black Sands, the entire umbrella, right? Everything's more compartmentalized later on. This is the only opportunity to own a piece of the company that owns everything else, right? It's the one that benefits from everything, as opposed to benefiting from one individual thing. So if you're trying to hedge your bets and make sure that your stuff goes up no matter what, Black Sands Entertainment is the place you want to be investing, because the other ones live or fail independently by themselves. They don't care about the sales of the books. The app has nothing to do with the books. So if the books are selling freaking $20-30 million of book sales a year, you know, and the app only does $1 million, right? Then, you know, you invested, but you're not feeling that great about it, right? But Black Sands Entertainment gets both benefits. Black Sands Entertainment gets the benefit of the show. Black Sands Entertainment gets the benefit of the books. Black Sands Entertainment gets the benefit of publishing and distribution of other creators. Black Sands Entertainment gets the benefit of the app. Do you understand what I'm saying? So we ain't gonna do another investment round for this particular company. Not for a while, maybe like a year and a half from now, right? Because we don't want to water down our company and basically lower our value as far as how much stock we have. We don't want to lower that down too much early. That's not a good move. That's not a smart move. So we ain't trying to do that. But we will, I guarantee you, we will, once we've done so much stuff that we're looking ridiculous, we're going to do another investment round at like a $50 million valuation, right? And that means we're going to do millions in sales that year before we do that. And it's actually coming very soon. We're on pace right now. We can start doing, in 2021, we might be able to hit close to $300,000, $400,000 in sales a month. Do you understand? It's very possible. We already know how to do 100,000, and we have great profit margins. So you can imagine we're going to try to get up there as fast as possible in order to prove that we can be in that space. And then we're going to try to get in that top 10 for comic book publishers. Did you know that in order to get into the top 10 of comic book publishers in the country, right? Actually, a top 10 of manga publishers. So the top 10 of manga publishers in the country right now, all you got to do is get about $11 million in sales in a year to get into the top 10, period. And we can do that. I think it's possible. And if we do it, right, then we did it exclusively with Black content, no agendas and all these other stupid little books in order to check off the mark saying, look at this, I'm so diverse. Oh my goodness, Look how diverse I am. You know, it's all Black unapologetic content, and we'll be in the top 10, and our value will blow the hell up. You know what I mean? So that's my mission. I have clear missions. I have clear numbers I have to hit in order to get somewhere, and I'm trying to get that as fast as possible. Let's see. Oh, let's see. If someone invests for me, how easy it is to transfer back to me. I suck at transfers, really. In all honesty, like we're just gonna have to deal with like a brokerage or something. I don't know, something like that, in order to figure out. I think it's just a form I have to sign, right? I think it's just a form. WeFunder has people who understand that stuff. I think it's just a form where I just got to go and change some information on there, and it can be transferred, right? Because it's not really a sale. Right, you're just transferring ownership of them, and I've seen somebody do that before, right? They invested in me. They used like their Facebook name or something, and they wanted their name changed, right? So they had to sign some form or whatever in order to get that done. Because remember, these things are all documented to the SEC, so you know they have to basically keep stuff on record, right? And you know, ownership is a big deal in the SEC, so you know that's what's up. Let's check on it again. So where were we at last time? So we were at $148,915, and that was, I would say 10 minutes ago, 10, 15 minutes ago. Who knows, right? Let's see where we're at right now. I got to refresh this page. Well, now we're at 161,000. So we went up $12,000 in 10 minutes. All right, guys. Well, I am done for tonight. By all means, hit me up. If you got to hit me up, hit me up. I'm on Discord. If you got to DM me over there, you know, if you're a Patreon, you got my Discord. So just go in there and talk to us. Do what you got to do. And if you're a big investor, definitely schedule a meeting with me, and I'll tell you all about the company and stuff like that. I'll give you at least 5 minutes to you know, ask as many questions as you want, you know, on the phone and stuff like that. If you're a big investor, so anybody doing 5,000 or more, just hit me up, and if you got any questions, and I'll try to reach out to you. Okay. Thank you guys so much for supporting our company. I better change this out because it's nowhere near accurate now. What were we at again? Oh yeah, 161,000. So we started this video. Let's look at this right. We started this video at 133,000. Right? And now we're at 161,000. $910. Now, what am I talking about here? Now that's crazy, right? That's power. That's power. That's the power of the black dollar. Don't let anybody tell you black people don't support black businesses, all this other nonsense. It's not true. We've supported ourselves like crazy, and we got power. We just need to be able to make amazing products. We need to be about our numbers. We need to be about our numbers hard, right? And we gotta be disciplined and stay on a code, stay on objective. That's what we need to do. We could do it, and we could blow this whole thing out the water, okay? So we started off this video at $133,000, and within an hour, we are now at $161,000. If that doesn't tell you to become a patron, get in there early before the freaking chance of the campaign closing, I don't know what will, because I'm not doing anything. You see, I'm right in front of the camera. I'm chilling, and the numbers keep coming in. We're close to 200 freaking investors already. So get it how you live, family. Love y'all. Peace.